My dear seekers, embark with me on a profound journey through the mysteries of Hermes Trismegistus and the path of hidden wisdom. Today I want to reveal ancient secrets and eternal truths guarded by the sands of time, which remain relevant and inspiring to this day. Imagine a man, or rather a being of such vast and profound knowledge that his influence spans various cultures and spiritual traditions. This is Hermes Trismegistus. The figure of Hermes is often considered a fusion between the Egyptian god Thoth and the Greek god Hermes. Thoth was the god of writing, magic, and wisdom, while Hermes was known as the messenger of the gods, the conductor of souls. Hermes Trismegistus, therefore, brings together an impressive set of mystical and symbolic attributes. Legend has it that Hermes Trismegistus received the title Thrice Great, or Trismegistus, due to his supreme understanding of the three realms: the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. Let's dive into each of these aspects, exploring how his teachings can guide our own journey of enlightenment. The texts attributed to Hermes Trismegistus are collectively known as the Corpus Hermeticum, a set of Gnostic writings that cover a wide range of spiritual and philosophical topics. Among this corpus, one of the most famous texts is the Emerald Tablet, which offers one of the fundamental principles of Hermeticism. As above, so below. This maxim suggests a correspondence between the macrocosm, the universe, and the microcosm, the individual. The idea here is that by understanding yourself, you can understand the universe and vice versa. Let's begin our journey through the physical realm. Hermes teaches us that the material world is a manifestation of the divine, and that every aspect of physical reality contains a spark of the greater whole. For example, the Emerald Tablet speaks of the unity, the single source from which everything emanates. What does this mean in our daily lives? It means that our perception of the external world is a reflection of our internal condition. Imagine for a moment how your emotions influence your perception of reality. A sunny day can seem gloomy if you are sad, and a rainy day can bring joy if you are serene and at peace. Hermes invites us to observe this intimate relationship between the external and the internal, and challenges us to elevate our consciousness to positively influence our environment. We now move to the mental realm. In Hermeticism, the mind is seen as the most powerful tool we possess. Hermes highlights the importance of thought and word as creative forces. Everything that exists was first conceived in the mind. Think, for example, of an architect who, before building a grand cathedral, first visualizes it in his mind. All the details, from the foundations to the towers, are first imagined and only then brought into the physical plane through work and materialization. Hermes teaches us that our words and thoughts have the power to shape our reality. The Hermetic principles suggest the importance of cultivating positive and constructive thoughts. This is not merely a matter of superficial positive thinking, but a deep understanding that our mental states and thought patterns create our life experiences. For example, if we constantly worry and nurture thoughts of fear, that mental energy will manifest in the form of obstacles and challenges. On the other hand, by cultivating thoughts of gratitude, love, and abundance, we attract experiences that resonate with these qualities. Now, let's direct our focus to the spiritual realm. Hermes Trismegistus is often associated with the concept of spiritual alchemy. True alchemy, as taught by Hermes, is not just about the transmutation of base metals into gold, but the transformation of the human soul. This process is known as the Great Work. The goal of spiritual alchemy is the purification and elevation of the soul, achieving union with the divine. One of Hermes's central teachings in this context is the concept of the One, or the primordial unity of all existence. He proposes that all souls are fragments of a single universal soul, and that the ultimate goal of our spiritual journey is to reconnect with this original source. To illustrate, imagine the soul as a drop of water. Although it is currently separate and individual, in its essence, it is still part of the vast ocean. Hermes Trismegistus teaches that through the purification of the mind, heart, and actions, we can return to our primordial unity with the divine. Hermes also speaks to us through the famous Kybalion, a work that systematically presents the Hermetic principles. They are mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. Let's explore some of these principles to better understand how to apply these teachings in our lives. Starting with the principle of mentalism, the all is mind, the universe is mental. This principle teaches us that the universe and everything in it is a manifestation of the divine mind. This understanding gives us enormous power. By aligning our minds with the all, we can influence and even co-create our reality. A useful practice is meditation, which helps us connect with this universal mind, calming the restless mind and allowing divine intuition and wisdom to flow through us. The principle of correspondence, as above so below, as below so above, suggests a harmony between different planes of existence. What happens in the macrocosm is reflected in the microcosm. To bring this to a practical level, think about how our personal lives can reflect larger events. An internal crisis can be reflected in external turmoil, and by resolving internal issues, we can see the resolution of external problems. This reminds us of the incredible power of inner work. Vibration, another key principle, states that nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. This understanding reveals that everything in the universe, from the most fundamental level, is in constant motion and change. This includes our thoughts, emotions, and spiritual states. By becoming aware of this, we can work to raise our vibrations. For example, through spiritual practices, embracing unconditional love, and seeking gratitude and harmony. Polarity, everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites, teaches us that opposites are actually extremes of the same thing. Love and hate, for example, are not absolute opposites, but different degrees of the same emotion. Understanding this can help us transform negative emotions into positive ones, find balance, and explore the nuances of human experiences without falling into simplistic judgments. Rhythm, everything has its flow and ebb, everything has its tides, everything rises and falls, speaks about the natural cycles of life. Just like the ocean tides, we also have our emotional, spiritual, and physical highs and lows. By accepting these rhythms as an integral part of our existence, we can live with more peace and resilience, knowing that every low eventually turns into a high. Cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause, tells us that nothing happens by chance. Everything we experience is the result of a series of causes and effects, both on visible and invisible planes. This understanding encourages us to live with responsibility and purpose, knowing that our thoughts, actions, and intentions have a significant impact on the world around us. Finally, gender, everything has its masculine and feminine principle, reveals that these energies are present in all things and are necessary for creation and balance. On a personal level, this means valuing both our masculine qualities, such as rationality and action, and feminine qualities, such as intuition and receptivity, and seeking to harmonize them within ourselves and in our lives. Ultimately, the Enigmas of Hermes Trismegistus guide us to a deeper understanding of ourselves, the universe, and the role we play in the grand tapestry of existence. His teachings are a continuous invitation to elevate our consciousness, transcend our limitations, and return to the primordial unity with the divine. If each of us accepts this invitation, we can transform not only our lives, but the world around us, creating a more harmonious, conscious, and enlightened reality. So, as we walk together on this journey of discovery and enlightenment, remember that the power to change and create is within each of us. I deeply thank everyone who accompanied this exploration of the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus. May we continue the quest for wisdom and enlightenment, always elevating our minds and hearts to the divine. Peace, light, and wisdom to all.